Hi, Kate Sierra-Pompa here from Team Heli Pros. I'm up here at the Southern New Hampshire Radio Control Club flying field. I wanted to show you guys what I have in my Trex 700E version 2. I got the kit as the Super Combo from helipros.com, and I stripped most of the stuff out of it except the kit and the speed controller. Everything else has been upgraded to some degree, and I want to share what I had in it with you guys. I've had about 100 flights since I upgraded everything in it. I slowly did it once I got it, so little by little, and the thing's rocking strong. It's a beast. So up front, I upgraded the Align regulator that comes with it to a Scott Gray Reactor X2 high voltage regulator. It regulates 5.1 volts to your receiver and gyro while giving anywhere from 5.1 to 8 volts to your cyclic servos, which on my cyclic servos, being powered by a B-Stack's flybarless system, I have the high voltage 8917 JR servos. They're not brushless, they're just standard servos. They're very fast, they're at 0.06 second at 60 degrees at the high voltage straight off a 2-cell, which is what the reactor does. It just takes the 2-cell right to the servos. Right behind there, we've got an HK 4525 520 kilovolt ultimate Scorpion motor, which just fits inside these frames of this helicopter. And then powering the motor is a Castle Phoenix Ice 2 HV 120 speed controller. Has plenty of power to give to this motor. A 160 will work to have just a little bit to spare if you're doing something really crazy with it. I also have the capacitor pack on the speed controller. And then for the tail, also controlled by the B-Stacks, is a BLS 251 tail servo, which fits nicely in these frames, just with a little bit of a modification to make the tail wire, the servo wire fit. Just got to notch the frame just a smidge. And then the power behind it all are the 12-cell batteries. They're 2 6-cells, Hyperion G3 5000 milliamp hour. They're 45C batteries, both 6S. On them, I'm using the 6mm bolt connectors like you would on a speed controller. I just like those better. For some people use Deans, EC5s. There's so many different connectors. It's just a preference, really. Some little things that I did to the heli to upgrade it or make it just customize or whatnot is I also changed the blades, the Maverikk G5 Pro blades, wide chord 7-10mm. They bite into the air like crazy. This thing's fast when it goes due to these blades. I have a pin driving through the frame, so you can see it. I drilled 2 holes just so that in case the strap right here that's holding my batteries in case it for some reason were to fail, that the tray will be caught on this pin and won't fall out, so I can safely land the helicopter. I have electrical tape on all my carbon, so it blends in from a little bit of a distance, but it also protects my batteries when they slide in. The carbon won't tear through the wires. Even with it, it still puts a little bit of beating on the batteries, sliding them in and out. I also have 115mm edge premium blades, tail blades, so that the helicopter will have the utmost tail authority with the high torque motor that's in it. And the skids are slightly raised with washers, just so that it accommodates the tail blades because of how large they are. And this is all done with a Futaba T8FG Super radio, and I'm running a R6208 receiver. It'll handle high voltage, but I'm only running the 5.1 through it, so let's see how she flies. Another great thing about the Reactor X2 is that the on-off switch is a pin, so you can run a servo extension wire out from the pin plug and plug the pin into just the extension, so that you can have I have an extension running here, and I just pull the pin out and it turns on the helicopter. You can also charge directly through the reactor with its extended charging cable, which also comes right where that switch just was, so I can charge my batteries without having to, so I can charge my receiver battery without having to take the canopy off all the time. And I've lost a canopy nut, so I have to use just a regular bolt on it. And due to the 4 extra capacitors in the capacitor pack, which really help with flight performance, there's quite a large snap usually at the beginning of plugging those batteries in. Battery leads are very long. My other packs that I have are rather short. I just noticed them dangling. So I'm simply going to snug them up just a little bit. Just with a simple tug like that on the wires, they're pinched on the frames so that I can accommodate the different sized wires on both my packs. It's never good to have things flopping around.